No more sunrise today, no more weird drinks or combo or any of like the internet trendy drink, none of that today. It's just a regular traditional latte. By the way, the very first chunk of today's video is gonna be shot entirely with the Canon R7, like right now. And all of the photos will be taken with the R7 as well. And yes, I'm using the 18 to 150. That's also the kit lens, the very first RFS lens coming out from Canon for their APS-C sensor cameras. And that is also why the compression of this room looks a bit different today, because I'm using an 18 with the 1.6 crop factor. It's about 29-ish millimeter. Technically, I could use the 15 to 35 on this R7, but I really want to try the 18 to 150 and to see if I can actually like use it for daily videos, for vlogging, for like a run and gun shoot kind of style. Because on paper, it's very capable. Like there are tons of functions packed into this camera. One-handed stabilization. I believe this camera has up to like 7 stops of stabilization. So this entire video is going to be shot in C-Log 3, and that is the only option here. They don't even have C-Log in this camera. And no, I don't have any variable ND filters, so I'm gonna have to bump up the aperture like really high, or maybe the shutter speed. Probably won't notice at all. I'm gonna be babysitting Marble for about 2 weeks. Let's go. So here's my quick first impression of this camera, the Canon R7. It's actually smaller and lighter than I expected. The grip is a lot deeper than like the Canon EOS R or the Canon R5, and it's just a tad smaller than the R5. However, most of the layout on the R7 is really similar to the R6. That probably will be the most comparable camera as in body wise. You have the on and off button on the right side, and on the R7 it's a lot better. I would say it's like an update compared to the R6 because it has the on, which is for photo, and the video function, which is kind of looks like a movie mode to me. So this way you can switch between photo and video like really quickly. I really like how the power button is on the right side, where I can turn it on and start shooting right away, keeping everything like a single-handed action kind of camera. Another noticeable difference is the dial. They moved it to the top, like right beside the thumb. And at first I was like kind of iffy about it, like I'm not sure if I actually like it. After using it a few times, it's actually really comfortable and natural to have my thumb just right there. And I think this is one change that I did not think I would like so much. One little thing that I noticed is that the camera strap loop right here, it's in silver, while the one on my EOS R and R5 is in black. So I'm not sure if that's how they're gonna differentiate like APS-C and full frame, I presume. I also do like how they separate the mic jack by itself over here with the weather seal door, where if you're only using the mic jack, you're not gonna be open and expose all the other ports. The Canon R7 also has this multi-function hot shoe right on top, which the R5 or the R6 doesn't have. So hopefully Canon will come out with like a better mic individually for itself, like the Sony. I don't think Canon has any mic that utilize the multi-function hot shoe as of now. If they do, let me know in the comment section. I would love to give it a try and see how the microphone sound like. The stabilization also works really great, like amazingly well. I was able to get a lot of handheld shots like B-rolls, and even if I'm at like 150, if I really tuck my arms in, I can get really steady shots, which is amazing. Okay, now that I'm done praising this camera, here's some things that I dislike. The very first thing is the shutter sound. It sounds so bad, like it's just so bad. Like I do not like the sound at all. Like just listen to this. Another thing that I don't like is whenever you go to playback and you want to check your footage to see if you get the shot or the B-roll is okay, anything like that, once you press play, there's like a delay. Then you have to wait for it to start playing. And whenever I'm waiting, I'm like, did I press the play or did I like, it didn't register, so I'll press it again. Like the whole action is just not smooth. There's like a weird delay going on in there. But this shouldn't be something that we should be worried about down the road. It could be fixed with a simple firmware update. So the very last thing that I don't like, the very last gripe I have with this camera so far is there's a creative filter. Like who's ever going to use that creative filter? It's an R7. Why would you even put a creative filter setting there? Like, I don't know. It almost feels like this is like the 70D or I don't know, 90D series, not the R7. I mean, not the 7D Mark II. This whole time I have this impression that this is like an upgraded version, or more like the mirrorless version of the 7D Mark II. I mean, don't get me wrong, most of the features in here like trumps over the 7D Mark II. And also the fact that you can't add on a grip to this camera. Even though the battery on this camera, it's actually not bad at all, it's great. But I would love to have the option to have a grip if you're calling this a 7D Mark II successor. And I guess that's the fourth gripe I have, no grip. I mean, not that I need one, but still. I believe a lot of people would love to have one, especially for people who's coming from the 7D Mark II. But other than those gripes that I mentioned about, the Canon R7 is a fantastic, phenomenal camera. Alrighty then, I'm gonna keep playing and enjoy my Canon R7. If you liked today's video, definitely check out this one next. Until then, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.